everybody, and welcome back, and welcome to the 1st of March 2024. My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from wreaths, swags, home decor, things for the garden, sympathy tributes and much more. Right guys, I'm going to do something different. I've been itching to do this for a while, but I decided I'm going to do it today. So I've got something to show you, and it's a little. We're going to be doing just a little wooden box, a summer box with some flowers in yellows and whites, to bring the sunshine to everybody's face. Isn't that good? All you jolly people out there who love creating and many more. So, and I'm going to be putting the camera up down as well, because I'm sitting down again. I can't help myself now, I'm getting used to sitting down. But we're going to use this, guys. Isn't this beautiful? I got this off my wholesalers a while ago. I don't know if they've got any left, but I've been itching to have a go at this. A little wooden box with proper feet from a tree, or a small tree should I say, and then cut off slices around the side for the decor. And I've just had to cut about 3mm off of this block to get it in perfect. So, and we're going to use wreath wrap on that as well. No bow today, guys, I don't think anyway. If I am doing, I haven't got one out, but I don't think so. I want a bit of trailing coming over the sides as well. So that's what we're going to do today. Isn't it lovely? And I've been itching away. So that's the side. So I'm going to show you what I've got. I've took out a branch of the Eunonymus. I need to order some more of this. I've hardly got any left, but just one fresh branch of the Eunonymus, which we're going to use because it's like a yellowy colour on around the tips, and it is beautiful. I'm going to incorporate, but I may leave these on long stems instead of pushing them up for the wispiness, you know me guys. So I may use those crocuses for that. I've cut down in advance these. I say I've cut, well I have cut them down, but I'm not sure whether I want to use them or not. So if I don't, I don't think I could change, no I can't change the stem of them, so they'll end up this small. So some white stock, so we're going to use that as well. Look how full they are, aren't they beautiful? So we've got those. Everything's a mishmash on my table, so you'll have to excuse me. I just found a few bits of these left, 3 little stems. I think they were supposed to be hydrangeas or something, but they're on their own stem, so I may incorporate just those with them being an odd number. Now I've got some trailing stuff. I've cut this off, the main one. I don't know how long I want it. Well, not this long. Otherwise it'll be hanging on the floor. But with some yellow little flowers and its own foliage. So I'm going to chop away at this and use some of that. And also with the trailing, I've cut a small piece off of, I don't even know what this one is, to be quite honest. If you know guys, let me know. Some of this just plain green, and also I've cut some fern. I've got 4 different ones, some trailing fern, and with us using yellow, I've got this yellow ruscus, well yellow on the tips. So I've cut a few stems of those off the main branch and brought those around as well. Now I've got obviously my beautiful light coloured rubber textured fern that I had a look, placed it against it, and thought that looked quite pretty. And some grasses as well, just for a bit of texture inside the little box, the box of magic. And that's what we've got for those. And I'm not sure with this either, it's either flocked or dusted, foxtail fern, again wispy. I just love wispy. Sorry. Right, now I've got some astilbe. I haven't used these yet, they're still in the packets, but the yellow and white. But they get everywhere. So they've got their own little bit of foliage. But again, I've not used them yet. I think it's because they get everywhere that I haven't used them. But in yellow and white, I thought, well, I've got to start using them, otherwise I'm wasting my pennies. And we can't have that. So we'll use these. I've got 3 bunches out. I don't know why, but I'll place it back in. The bag is full of little bits. I'll place it back in so it doesn't get everywhere. So that's the astilbe. So there's the 3 bunches I've got out. Now I've got some astilbe in white. Oh, I've got a single stem here left on its own. Astilbe in white. I may incorporate that as well. Isn't that pretty? Don't you think astilbe is beautiful? All colours. When I did fresh, all the different colours are stunning. The deep red, that is beautiful. So we've got those. I've got a bunch out of my peonies, my white, super white peonies. Don't they look pretty? I kept looking and thinking, now are they the rose peonies? But they're not. I looked at the tag and they are peonies. And then I decided to get my anemones as well. So for also a bit of nice sunshine yellow. So that is what we've got on my desk. Now I got a little bucket out today. I've got these again. I've still got lots left. I made, because they've got like a little whitey, pale yellowy colour around the edge, I thought I could use those as well. I've got a bit of boxwood out to perhaps maybe incorporate within the flowers for a bit of different texture. I've cut those down. I've got out my salal for maybe filler foliage. I just got 2 stems out of the ficus. I'm not sure whether I'm going to use ficus today, but I've just got it as backup. And then, oh, I've got an extra different one there. Some soft fern. So this is a sort of fern that I like. So we may use that again around the back or something like that. Who knows? I just walked in this morning and thought to myself, what could I do? I looked over that side and, oh, my tub, my little wooden tub. I've not used it yet. And I thought, let's get on with it. So, we are. And then I've got my cup of coffee. Cheers. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to bring the camera a little bit further down so you can see better on what I'm doing. So I'm going to bring a little box here. Isn't that lovely? I think I've had this about 6 months. Right, let's bring it down. So here we go. I think maybe around there, guys, so you can see. If not, let me just, because I don't think you really want to see the legs while I'm doing it. I was going to do purple and yellow, but I thought, no, let's just have a nice white and yellow. So there's my box. I keep calling it It's like a little window box on legs. Isn't it cute? And it's only, let me measure, and it's got lining inside as well. So if you ever wanted to place in real flowers or wet oasis, they're perfect for that. 10 inch, and then it is 6 inch wide. So 10 inch across here, 6 inch there. So first of all, we're going to put on my fabulous wreath wrap. So again, oh, let me get me stretch over and get this to place it on, because otherwise it'll go everywhere. Well guys, I have had a gentleman, the ladybug, that wreath we did yesterday, a gentleman from New Jersey in America wanted to know if I would ship it over. I have been searching because I've measured the wreath, and it's, if in millimeters, it's 600 by 600, and I need at least anything from 10 to 24, well, 100 to 240 millimeters high, and I cannot find a box. I have looked on every site going. So you guys in the UK, if you can tell me the company that would do those measurements, oh, I'd be gladly appreciated, because I have been getting frustrated. I really have, guys. It has really got me, because I just can't seem to find that measurement for the gentleman to ship it over to New Jersey. So again, like Sandra, or you know, anybody really, if you can find out where I can get those measurements from. Again, 610 by, not 600, sorry, 610 by 610, and then the height from 100 to 240 millimeters in height. Please, because otherwise I've got to let the gentleman down, because I don't want to place it in a box that's too big, and then I'm just spending money where it's not needed on packaging. And I know that sounds cruel, but you know, for the gentleman, but I just don't want to be getting a bigger box when it's not needed. They've got 610, but then they've got 457, and I don't need that. I need more of a cube, you know, box, and I just cannot. I've gone on to Royal Mail, FedEx, oh gosh, Dab Pack, but they want to know the you've got to basically get a quote off them, sign up before they'll give you a quote on how much it would cost. I don't need to sign, I don't want to sign up, I just want to know if they just could get me that box. So yeah, my brain all last night, from when I came back from the choir to when I spoke, well, me and the gentleman were texting each other to before I came in here. My head has been on that internet, going crazy. And I don't mind if I get them in a pack of 10. I don't want a pack of like 100 or anything like that. It's just a pack of 10 I need. So let me know, guys. I've been much appreciated. Right, as you can see, I'm just wrapping this around our foam. Just so we've got nice hidden foam. One more, which does. by just placing, and I push the pin in. That will be hidden once we start placing it in. Look at that. That looks like oasis for wet, you know, wet flowers. Wet flowers. Real flowers. So I'll place that there. So let's get our box, and I'm not going to glue this in because it is a very snug fit. So when I was working with my husband in joinery, he was the one who taught me how to do a tight fit on when I made windows for buildings, for doors where there weren't any gaps. So that's a help for when I'm doing my floral, to get a tight fit. Look, so perfect. So yes, he taught me how to make things super tight. Right, first of all, I'd like to place in our trailing thing, foliage. Let's get them all here. And then push the floral and bits of the foliage out of my way. So I'm gonna get this one. And I'm gonna cut, I think about there. Because it's only small, I don't want it leaning on the surface like that. I just want them hanging down. And again, this hasn't got any wire in the stem, so I will be helping it along by getting one of my picks and just pressing a hole in to where I'd like it. I think that looks a bit wonky. Let me just perhaps, oh. That's better. I don't like things on the wonk, so to speak. So I want that around there. So it's just, oh, my straw wreaths come. I only ordered a small one, so I didn't just test it out. I'm just giving it a helping hand. Dipping it in my glue and then placing it in the hole where I pierced. I don't mind if it hangs over the side, but I will place it there. And I'm going to place one in this corner. Now this one has got, because this is off the main stem, it only goes, the wire on them only goes down so far and then it's all floppy. So I don't need any help with this one. I can just push that in a little bit more. The reef strap moved a little bit, but that will be covered, guys. Place some more. Oh, it does tangle. I keep hearing a noise and I can't make out whether it's my cat. Let me just see if how long that bit is. And I'm going to go slightly longer. Oops, don't catch the glue. should get my laser Susan out. Where is it? So I can turn it around. That's better. I feel like on this lazy Susan there's a little bit of a bump in the centre. I don't know, I think the wood's slightly bowing, so it's wobbling. I noticed it a few weeks back. And then I'll get a smaller one. Place that in there. Stick that there. Now, place some around the sides. Yeah, let's get a few around the sides. Do the same. Oh, it's lifted up. I think it's lifted up because of pushing down on it. That's better. And place this one in. I'm pushing it right to the next little flower, or stem of the next flower. So we have that. Oh, isn't that jolly? So now I'm going to break the yellow up by using some greenery, just plain. And I'm going to keep some of it up here again. I want you to be able to see the legs. So I'm going to have a short piece. What's the weather like where you guys are? It is pouring it down with rain here, and we have got rain all day. I've got the study day with the choir tomorrow. Oh guys, the best thing about the study day, oh Sandra, you say you go for bickies and things like that. On our study day, people get asked who wants to bake something, you know, cakes and goodies, things like that. Who wants to bring in the homemade jam? I think in America you call it jello, is it? In England, the UK, we call it jam. Isn't it funny how we call things different? But so yeah, people bring their homemade food in, what they've made in jars themselves as well, and you can purchase it really, really cheap. So they asked last night who's going to be baking cakes. Well, I'm rubbish. You've got no chance of me. So there's some ladies have turned around and put their hand up, and they're going to be baking. Oh, and we get to have lovely, really lovely, oh, I don't think I'll put any more of those in. Cakes, homemade cakes, cakes with gluten-free as well, for people who can't, you know, who have to have gluten-free foods. And it is fabulous. I love it. This one lady made a cake and I asked this to her, oh gosh, what is that? She gave me the recipe. I haven't made it yet because, like I say, I am rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. But She said to me it was gluten free. It just tasted the same to me. In fact, it was delicious. I'm just placing in bits of fern now. Oh, that bit's sticking up and it's bothering me. I don't know if I've caught it. No. So yes, Sandra, we get goodies too. It's wonderful. You get it more often than me. We only get it on study days. Again, I'm just going around the sides, guys, and all you need to do is just, I've put in the yellow ones with the floral on, so I'm breaking that up. But I'm still trying to keep it at a particular height. I don't want it falling on, you know, being on the bottom. So I'm trying to keep that sort of bearing in mind. This side as well. We do tangle up, guys. So even if you haven't got anything, you know, like this, you could always just place it in a little box, you know, window box, where it look really pretty. You don't need anything with legs on. Right, I've got some bits that I caught. Let's add a little bit more yellow, not much. And I'm going to go around just in here. I'm just going to mix it in with the rest. Make it look fun. I'll cut some down. I keep forgetting I cut some down. I think they may be a bit too long, so I may have to cut it off. I'll just bring one here. One there. Cut that one as well. Right, that, I think I may take this one off. It's a bit long. So that is around our outer side. I'm just checking, guys, because I don't want them to be too long. That one's a bit too long. And then that one, I can put those on single picks. So I don't want any more of those. I'm going to move them up there, throw them up there, because that's where my vines go. Right, let's get everything down here. Oh my good gosh. I can't reach. Where's something tall? Oh, there we go. Right, so that's our little box at the moment. Let's get the, again, let me see. Yeah, we're going to place in, I don't know about the stock. I keep looking at it. So, I want, what I'm doing is placing some fern. Bending it into a shape where it looks natural as it grows in your garden, and it bends to a different side. And I'm going corner to corner. So I'm doing each corner first. I need to order some more of this. That's all I've got left. So it comes in bunches of 6. And it's quite expensive. It's nearly £20 for 6 bunches. Like I've said before, this is the only expense I tend to spend on this foliage. You know, quite a lot. I can get it cheaper, you know, something very similar, but it's just this. There's something about it. I'm hooked on it. And the quality is exceptional. You know when you get those certain things, guys, and you just know you've got to have that one again. You know, it's you've had things before and nothing beats it. You know it's quite expensive, but it's like a treat. Not just for me, you know, for my customers as well. One in the center. My chair keeps swiveling. I should have got a static bar stool. So that's what we have at the moment. Doesn't that look nice and pretty with all the greens and then the yellow flowers? I'm not going to use any more of those as of yet. I feel like I'm moving. Oops, here I go. I just swiveled then. And have a cup of coffee. Look at those, aren't they pretty? They will add a beautiful texture and colour. So, let me see about these ferns. I may add the odd one in. So if I just place one there. And again, I place in my foliage. Majority of the time I place it in first. I do for definite when I'm doing funeral casket sprays and that is a must. But I just sometimes on other things I may place in floral and foliage together. I don't think I want one in the centre, so we'll hold on to those. We've got our grass as well. Again, I want to make this look really garden look. Oh, I'm swiveling. Adding the grass in. And as you can see with the grass in there, guys, doesn't that look pretty? Nearly caught the leaf. Just adding this little bit in, and I'm going to place some on the side as well. Then I'm cutting the stems quite short. These are push-ups, but I'm cutting them quite short again because I don't want to really hide my lovely box. So if you want things to stick slightly up like that at an angle, then place it in diagonally. If you want things, you know, going downwards, if you want things to go lean down, place them going upwards at an angle, and that is how you get your lovely foliage or floral to sit lovely. Look at that. Oh, it didn't sit that perfect, did it? I may have to just glue this in, guys. Oh, that'll make me paranoid. Let me get my spatula. Well, my husband taught me wrong. Oh dearie me, I'm gluing this in now. Now that's done that, so I'm going to put a bit of glue. In fact, shall I put it? No, yeah, I'm going to put it on here on the inside. Oh gosh, that sort of like gave me the jeepers as well. Well, he's rubbish then at teaching me. I'm going to put it in 4 areas, you know, both sides, front and the back. Oh my goodness, that was a fright. Right, let's get this in. Oh, I've heard a door. I hope that's not my delivery. Oh dear, I can't get over that. Well, la la la. You didn't see that happen, guys, right? You just didn't see that happen. If anybody says, is she good, just say yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. She never makes a mistake. Or say, never mind. I didn't lift it now. Right, that's what it looks like. I'm holding it just in case till it sets. But that's what it looks like, guys. Oh, things like that make me chuckle. Right. I don't think I'm placing these in. Oh, I don't know now. I do want to place in our Eunonymus. So let's cut some off. I'll cut 5 off to start with. La 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 la. And I'm going to place them there. Yeah, just tell people, guys. I never make a mistake. I don't mind. I'm holding on to the legs now. And what I'm doing around the front here is just filling in. So basically with the Eunonymus, before we actually I can't get that out yet. Start placing in our floral. So I haven't got to then squeeze it in. Da, 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 da. Do you ever do that, guys? It's like when somebody's slightly being nosy in the window and they're watching you on your garden. As soon as they realise you've spotted them, they pretend they're doing something. So that's what I'm going to do. La 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 la. Oh gosh. Place this one here as well. I'm going to put some on the side, so I need another one. Yeah, so when you've done a mistake and you don't want people to think of it, you just go no 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 no. So that's it on the side as well. Well, let me just cut that one a little bit. I want to lift it up now, guys, but I just didn't. There we have it. As you can see, from the top, I'm going to hold it. From the top, if you can see it from here, and then the side view, I can see blue strings. Oh, there's one on that leaf. And then the side view from there, and then it going around. So doesn't that look nice? I like a nice little window thing. So oh, let me have a cup of coffee to get the calm me down. So can you see today, guys, why I don't want to add a bow? Because I want to make it look as natural as possible, to make it just look like a little planter in your house, or maybe on your garden. Hi, hon. Maybe on your garden or anything like that, just to have it sitting around, or even in the house, in your window, maybe, you know, living room window, kitchen window, anything like that. So I just wanted it to look as natural as possible. Again, I may not even be using all of these. I just want to test with these. I do think they look quite pretty. Oh, I have one there, and then one there. Does that look okay? Let me look at the anemones as well, because they are quite long against the stock. Oh, I don't know about the anemones. As you can see, I don't know. I've got the astilbe and I've got the crocuses. I think with I don't want too many big round floral, so I don't think I'm going to place that in. Place these there. Let's get one of these out. these push-ups. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So these are push-ups. If I can grab it to push it up. Yeah. I'm going to cut one off. Look, aren't they pretty? As much as they might flake a lot, you know, they are really pretty. Now I think they need to be stood up right. Let's just see with the... Right, I'm putting the stock in. I've decided, I'm sure. Let me test again. I always say just keep checking. Yeah. Is it? Yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't know. Let me cut one of these off. What's that there? Part it, yeah. Right, so I'm placing in the stock in a triangular position, basically. One at the front here. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. I don't want it too high. Then I'm bringing this one around here. I'm putting it, having a slight little tilt. Where's the other one going? And then this one here. Just next to the, or behind the Eunonymus. So then you have that from the behind. Or I'm going to call where there's just one stock at the front, that's going to be the front. Well, I've just said it, haven't I? That'll be the front and these two will be at the back. So I'm going to call front and back. So in between here, I want to put in some yellow to break that pure white up. So I'm going to add in the astilbe. Just caught myself. So let's just place that there, and again you can bend it if you wish, and just to have a bit of movement. It's quite pretty, this. I don't know why I haven't used it. And, well, I do, it's because it gets everywhere, but I'm going to use a full bunch. So then I'm going to do the same with another one, and I'm going to bring that one here as well. And again, I'm pushing up the foliage on it. The reason I'm pushing the foliage up is because you won't see the foliage at the bottom because it's quite nearly full, as you can see. So to get more of the greenery, bring it up so it adds a bit more greenery and like a filler on this level up here, and that will help as well cover any gaps down at the bottom by placing your filler at the top, and plus, well, the leaves at the top, and plus it adds a little bit extra texture, you know, to your arrangement. So I've got like that. I've got two left. I may bring one out here and then one around here. So I've got two either side, front and back. Again, I'm pushing up the foliage. Or the leaves on it, on it. pushing these a little bit further in, guys, as you can see. Just so they're not sticking out and they're blending in with all the foliage that's around it. Doesn't that look pretty? I'm glad I've done yellow and white. I think it's a beautiful sunshiny day colour, a happy colour. So I may not use these. I don't think the Astrolameria. No, I'm not going to use the Astrolameria because we've got the big peonies as well, and then I'm going to break those up with the crocuses. I don't know about those. I could add a few of these. In fact, I've got what, 3 of these. Let's just cut these off. Because there's only 3. I'm gonna, let's have a look. Place one on either end, I think. That one hasn't got any leaves, so I'll save that for an ornament. And place these on either end, because there's nothing on each end of here, so I'm going to place these just under the Eunonymus. And again, I'm not sticking them out too far, just fluff them up. Bit of colour on the ends. Doesn't that look pretty? So I could either use the bigger heads or I could use this. There's a couple, I think, of smaller heads. 1, 2, yeah, there's some buds and then there's 5 big heads. So I may use the buds as well, but I'm trying to think how many of these shall I use. I think I want some. Let me just see. And I think with these I would place them quite, you know, in. I wouldn't have them hanging over. See, there's a space there, so I think I'd place them in. Do I use those? Excuse me. I don't know. I think they may be too big. They are very big. I think the main. Let me place those there. So I've got the ranunculus. That's smaller. I think because these are really, really white, by adding big white floral, it seems to, you know, clash a little bit. I could add, one moment guys, I didn't want to get up. I really didn't want to get up. Oh, goodness gracious me. Now I've got some very pale lemon roses. I could add, let's get a smaller one. I cut all these down. Oh, that looks better. I'm going to show you. I'm going to just stick the stem in. Instead of the white, I'm going to show you that pale yellow. Very pale. It's got like a mixture of white and yellow together, where it's really, made it a calm, beautiful, subtle yellow. So against your vibrant yellow here and your white, it's basically in between really. And it's not too big of a floral head. Like again with these, they are quite big. So I don't think I'm going to, well no, I'm not going to use those. So I'm going to use the roses. So I'm going to just place them in, and I'm going to go around. I think that's the bigger one. I don't want too big a head. There's one I could place on the bottom there. I'm just placing them, guys. So there's a bud there, there's a bud there. Again, I don't want the heads that are too big. 1, 2. That's a big head. Oh, I think that's right. And then I'm going to just do it here as well. Again, I'm just going to place these also. I hope they don't push anything out. Let me cut this down. Cut this one down as well, it's quite long. So it's like that all the way round. Let me just bring this here. So and then the buds, I've only got 2 buds. I could place those in the centre around there. So then they would be there. So I think I'm going to do that. Let me get an elastic band. So first of all, let me fasten up these peonies. Now I've chopped 2 stems off. Naughty me. Never mind, I can still use them. So I don't want those either. I want another band, rubber band for these. They can go back as well. Let me just cut one of these off as well. I just want to try with a bit of different yellow added in. Yeah, I think I need one in the centre also. So with those crocuses, I want them to be like that. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to place basically 8 in, I think. If I've got enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I've got some more. So I'm going to place 8 of them in. So 3 at the front, 3 at the back, and 1 either side here. So that's what I will do with those. So let's get our beautiful lemon roses in. Right, and these have got rubber stems. So I need to just take off some of the rubber at the bottom. move it around as I go. That always won't come out. Yeah. And all I'm doing with the rubber stems, I'll show you on the last one. For you new beginners who haven't seen what I do, because the rubber, when you put it in your hot glue pan or even with your glue gun, they have a tendency of the rubber melting. And we don't want that. Right, if I just move that out of the way. As you can see, it's rubber. That rubber on here, don't know if you can see close up, will melt with heat. So I get my cutters and I go around where I'd like it to be, the rubber to be taken off, and I snip the rubber. You can feel the wire inside, but I snip the rubber, and once I've gone all the way around, I twist and pull, and then you have the wire underneath. Now that wire then can be dipped in your glue or your glue gun and then placed in without burning the stem. I've done it, guys, where I've burnt, you know, the rubber's burnt, and it can be quite messy and it's not very professional looking. Yeah, so it's, I'm a bit, I didn't want to be able to be seeing that. Right, let's get, where's the other bud gone? Oh, it's here. Let me just do the same on this. That's one. And again, I'm doing the same, if I could show you. Here. And I'm just cutting the rubber around, I don't know if you can see, but around 360. Some of them have glue on the bottom, so take that off because otherwise it won't come off, and then pull the rubber off. So we'll place our rose buds in the centre. So that is our roses. Yeah, so I want one more. I'm going to cut one off the bunch. So I want 8, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, these are push-ups. place, let's see, behind the Eunonymus. So it's just floating. So the Eunonymus, again, like I said at the beginning, is our filler. So you have that effect. I'm not really cutting on the stems because I need that where it's just coming out slightly. Just spread them once you place them in, so they've got a bit of movement. So like that as well. So then I'm going to do 3 at the front and 3 at the back. So again, I'm going to go just above the roses. Again, just to add that darker yellow, like that. Instead of the pale colour yellow. And then need to cut that one, that's a bit long. So I'm going to go behind the Eunonymus here in the centre. And then, oh God gracious me. And then behind the rose. So what I'm doing on this side, I will position in similar position, or the same position on the opposite side. Doesn't that look great, guys? The vibrancy and the pale of each of the roses. And the reason I've got the Eunonymus pushed in is because I do want depth. I do want things to be like, because you know, in normal growing situations in nature, things are, you know, lower down to the ground and then others, and that's what I wanted to achieve here also. And one behind our rose. Look, right now I can see where I could just put a bit of filler. So which one do I use? That's called the floral. Oh, look, it's a spawn. Have a look at 2 different ones. I haven't got no ordnance. They're all attached. Cut one off. Now if I press that in really deep, it'll move things. So let me just chop one of these as well. Place that in. Again, they're very similar to the Eunonymus, these. Do I want to push that up? Basically. I think it may be these. just taking the longer ones off. I've got the one in the centre. I could place that on. So I'm not using the floral. Not today. So where did I place? I'm going to, I can see the odd bit here, just in between like the roses there, you know, at the bottom. Then I'll just place it. This is just to fill it up. One on this side. Positioning them. So I could use the centre of these if I cut out all of the centre where it just chopped. Let's take that tag off. The same with this one. The Euphorbia is lovely. I've always liked it. Excuse me. Place those like that also. So then I have one small, like one of those on the end and then one of those on the end. So if I have this, as you're looking at it on the right, then when I place it on this end, it will go on the left. So it's a diagonal position. So where did I get to, guys? So that's that. So we'll place one of these bigger ones in. So that will go there. So then on this end, that will go there. That will go there. And I've got that one left where I will place just sitting in the centre. So we just look. Doesn't that look pretty, guys, for a nice little window box? Summer sunshine, happy days. I like doing things, arrangements. You know, just things to sit in your home, to look pretty, all nice and full. So let's get these in. I'm moving the greenery away so I can get to it. And I've placed these at either side of the centre of the centre rows, on the front and the back, and then in each of the corner on the sides. So basically you've got a rose, your Euphorbia, apart from here you've got your hydrangea, then your Euphorbia, and it's placed in like that. I could move that up and cut that one short. and I'm bringing them out so they're around the similar depth as what the roses are. I don't want to place these really far in, so I'm leaving them around the same depth as the rose. Last one of these, and around the side. And that one in the middle I had spare, I think. Just hunt for it, guys. I know I placed one in here. Yeah. I'm going to place this on the pick so it's just a little bit higher. Got my tape on a hook here, so when I use it, it just rolls around. Oh my goodness, I'm making things easier for myself. So I've done that. So I've placed that one on its own pick, and that can go in between where the roses are. Like that. So guys, doesn't that look pretty? That is our project finished for today. What a joy. I love doing things like this. I always have. It's just something I really do enjoy doing. Let me just get rid of all this rough, all this stuff from this astilbe. So there you have it. Let me just see if you can see in the camera. Oh yeah, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? So I'm just going to lean the camera down so you can see with the legs, and then I'm just going to bring it up so then you can see me. So guys, again, that is our project for today. Don't you think that's really, really pretty and very full? And that would look lovely in anybody's window, sat proudly, whether it be anywhere in the home or even, you know, if you had it on the garden as well. It would look pretty as well in the summertime. You're out having a nice barbecue or a few drinks with friends, and you have this on the table. Because it's a 360 degrees, everybody can get to see it and have a good look and think, what a beautiful thing. And it's a smiley, happy colour. It's bright, cheerful, and it'll bring joy to your day or all day long. So I like that. I'd have that in my house. I really would. I really would. So what a joyous arrangement. Just fluff that bit up. So what we have got in, I will show you on the close-up, but if you've got a square, you know, container or rectangular container, I've got one, you know, you could use something like, you know, something like this. If you've got anything like this as well, you know, just use something and do the same thing in there. Have a bit trailing over, maybe not as long as mine, but just slightly shorter, but you will still have that trail hanging over, and fill it, you know, with the floral of your choice, in nice summery colours. Add in a bit of greenery, light colours, you know, to brighten it up. Hence the reason I put in the light fern, the light coloured flocked or dusted foxtail fern, and the Euphorbia, which is light, and then the Eunonymus, which has got light, like a yellow on it as well. And then the hanging, trailing floral, obviously yellow. And I've got the darker fern at the bottom, that's at the bottom, and then the grass, which is a pale colour. It's not a deep one. I've got some in dark green. So I basically picked out light foliage, because I wanted it bright and airy and summery and cheerful, happy, you know, everything you can think of. And then the white stalks that I use, they're pure white. The roses that I've used are a very, very, very pale yellow, and then the crocuses that I placed in for the wispy, they're a vibrant yellow, which brings out that vibrancy of it and makes it come alive. It's not just white colours, you know, by adding white that makes things come alive. This has got a lot of white, so by adding a darker, you know, bright yellow, brought that up and brought it out and alive. And then you've got your astilbe with your yellow, not astilbe, sorry, oh my good gracious me, astilbe with your yellow and white on it as well. And yeah, and then you've just got, again, like I say, that's really all in floral, is your roses, your crocuses, your stock, and the little flowers on your trailing. Oh, and there's little hydrangeas there at the side, a little, just two on either end. And again, like I say, with your lighter coloured foliage, what will make that look, as well as just subtle but bright and cheerful. And using wispy bits as well, again, like these, and your lighter coloured fern also keeps that bright, cheerful look. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I sure did, because I love anything like this, making arrangements in pots. I was taught a lot with that, you know, all asymmetrical things and all things like that, and I enjoyed it well, not drastically, tremendously, should I say. I really did. I think that's what I prefer to do, is things like this, but I do enjoy wreaths. So I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a go. Whether it be in, if you don't use this sort of bright cheerful colour, use, I mean, yellow and purples, guys. That is a great, superb combination. They are fabulous together. Or any other colour, if you want to go pastels in pinks or anything like that, light purples, lilacs, or I don't know, you know, peaches, things like that. Or if you want to go in a deep colour, you know, like deep reds, deep oranges, or anything like that, it'll look beautiful, I'm sure. I really am sure it will. So whatever your taste of colour and your foliage, enjoy, guys, because it's a great thing to have around the house, you know, around the home. When you've got guests coming round, they spot it and they're like, oh, that's nice, where did you get that from? And say, oh, somebody made it for me. And oh, who? You know what I mean? And it's like that. And then they're like, oh, well, I'd like one like that. You know, and that's how people seem to spot things from other people. So, again, if you're going to have a go, guys, have a go. Again, if you've not got anything like this, use something like this, whether it be this shape or square, you know, or round. Doesn't matter. And enjoy, just enjoy, guys, and bring that bright and cheerful summertime feeling to your home. So again, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I've got to start doing bits more of the wedding, I hope, you know, many of you please subscribe and share and like. Again, it like I said yesterday, it does help me for my business to be recognised. Nothing more. The rest I'm doing out of the kindness of my heart, because I love you all, and I love chatting, and I love creating, and I want the world to see what you can do and give you some ideas and inspirations. That's all that's in my heart. So guys, God bless, take care of yourselves, and have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back on Monday, bright and cheerful, as I always am, with a smile on my face, ready to show you something else. So all the best, guys, and I'll do a close-up. See you later, and take care. Bye-bye. Right, guys. Oh, that weren't very good. Let's move the light out of the way. Look at those beautiful roses. They're very pale yellow. They look cream, guys, on my camera. They look cream, or peach, should I say. There's your crocuses, your vibrant crocuses. There's your Eunonymus with the yellow around the sides. And then here you've got your Euphorbia as well. And then you've got your astilbe here with the 2 yellow and 1 white. You've got a beautiful full stalk. You've got your grass. Where is it? Here. Then you've got your foxtail fern. What did I say it was called? I forgot now. Foxtail fern, that's it. And you've got your beautiful little yellow flowers with a bit of white around the tips on the vine with its own foliage. Your yellow tipped ruscus and your ferns. And then you've got your hydrangea around the side. And then your lovely Himalayan maidenhair fern there. And again, around the same around the other side. And then you've got your 2 beautiful buds in the centre with a little piece of Euphorbia. And again, all looking wonderful. So guys, give it a go. Have a wonderful time doing it. And have a wonderful weekend. I love you all. And thank you for subscribing. Take care of yourselves. And God bless. See you Monday. Bye.